Okay, boys and girls, today we're going to review the elements of a fable. And that was the first literature standard that we started talking about. So remember that fables are passed down from generation to generation orally. That means word of mouth. And they are in almost every culture in the world. Um, Sometimes they will change as they're told and retold. They don't remain the same. They also are relatively short, they're not long, and they teach a moral or a lesson. So today I'm going to be sharing a fable with you, and it's one that you may have heard before. And this particular one is called The Shepherd Boy and the Wolf. There, there was once a shepherd boy who tended his sheep at the foot of a mountain near a forest. His life was pretty boring, so he thought of a plan to amuse himself and have a little fun. He ran toward the village calling out, "Wolf, wolf!" And the villagers came out to help him, only to find him laughing like a hyena. The boy enjoyed his trick very much, so the next day he tried it again and fooled the villagers for the second time. But shortly after this, a wolf actually did come out from the forest and began to chase the sheep. And the boy, of course, cried out again, "Wolf, wolf!" But this time the villagers didn't pay any attention to him, thinking the boy was playing again with them. So the wolf made a good meal of the boy's flock and then went back into the forest. So I want you to think about what happened in the beginning of the story. We have a boy that's tending the sheep and he becomes very bored. And when he becomes bored, he decides to trick the villagers and scream out, "Wolf, wolf," and the villagers come running. And that worked so well the first day, he decided to try that a second time. So when he did it on the second day, the same thing happened, that the villagers came running. The third day, when he cried, "Wolf, wolf," the villagers did not come. They didn't fall for the trick the third time, but this time there actually was a wolf. And all the shepherd's sheep were eaten. And so then the people had no more sheep left in their village. So what lesson do you think the boy learned here? Because when he told a lie, people believed him and they came. But then when he kept telling the same lie, eventually, did they believe him? Think about what you think that lesson would be. And today you're going to be reading your own fable. And the fable you're going to be reading is entitled The Ducks and the Fox. And as you're reading this fable, you can read it more than once. And after you read it, go back, think about what happened in the story and what lesson could you apply, like, to your own life. What lesson did the duck or the fox learn in this fable?